you've trained both at the Yuri Gagarin Center, Moscow, to be a cosmonaut, and you've trained at NASA and SpaceX to be an astronaut, and you are an astronaut. How are both the trainings, the Russian training and the American training, different? What are best practices that we would adopt for India?
So, post selection, we went to Russia for about a year and a half for training at the Russian center. And we did a basic cosmonaut training on the Soyuz, which is still flying to the International Space Station. The training in Russia is, it's theoretically very intensive. You study in details about everything, the background. The theoretical subjects are also taught. Essentially, what you are doing when you're sitting in the machine, you are operating that machine. So you have to be an operative level knowledge. So that is, but they went deep into the theory as well, which is, I think, somewhat similar to our culture, that we also like to study and, understand the basics of what we are trying to do. But eventually, they also come to the operational thing, because you have to learn to operate that machine. So it would be theory, simulators, practice again and again, and then when they feel you are ready, you would be going through several evaluations, and then you finally get cleared for the flight. But most of the time, 70 to 80% of the time is spent in training for scenarios that simulate what to do if something goes wrong, the off-nominal scenarios. And that is pretty similar to, I think, in aviation as well. You are used to it, because nominally when you do things, everything is known, there is enough time for you to do. But when something goes wrong, how do you react to it? And it is difficult to simulate that. Now, in the US also, the concept is slightly different. It is very distributed. The training is very distributed across centers, and it happens in bits and pieces. And only towards the later part of, closer to the mission, everything kind of comes together and forms a story. Two different ways of achieving the same thing. And I think both are very effective, because by the time you're reaching the mission, you feel confident either way. So when we were finishing our basic cosmonaut training in GCTC, I was very confident that, if I was to sit in this capsule tomorrow and go, I was confident in my abilities. And same thing happened with the Dragon as well. So I think the approaches are different, but the intent is same, to prepare a person for going to space well, so that they're able to not only deal with what to do when things are right, but also to tackle with any situation, when things go wrong.